I actually never got a chance to work in the same place with Randy at the same time, except for like the couple of months when I started the WWF before he walked out. And then I took his spot on Raw for several weeks. So I was not there when the NWA/WCW guys, when he came into WCW, but I can tell you that no, I don't. There was probably jealousy over how much money he was getting paid, and jealousy over the main event spot he was taking. But nobody thought that Randy Savage was cartoon if they'd been in the wrestling business more than a couple of minutes, because everybody knew from his run with the ICW, everybody around the South knew that he was a fucking the real deal. And then when he got there, the level of athleticism that he showed and just his work, I'm sure everybody in the business respected Randy and didn't think he was, it wasn't like a fucking Red Rooster coming down, So no, I don't think he had any problems with respect. He probably got a lot of heat for the money he was getting paid in the main event spot he was taking. As far as the Elizabeth thing, and that was the 80s WWF, I've said this so many times, I watched very little 80s WWF. It was the only promotion I didn't watch in the 80s because it was cartoon and silly. But if there was something I was going to watch, it would be Savage, or it would be, the Steamboats, or it would be whoever was there at the time that was obviously capable of doing shit in the ring in any company. And I tolerated Elizabeth. All the wrestling fans thought Elizabeth was the shits. All the wrestling fans, because she didn't do anything. She wasn't a heel. She didn't interfere. She didn't cut great promo. She stood there with that bewildered look on her face and looked at Randy a lot with emotion.
I've watched a lot of the old WWF pay-per-views, and I kind of didn't understand because she just seemed terrified.
That's the thing, is she always looked scared, but they had a new audience they were building, the soap opera sports entertainment audience, and they, especially the kids, and I assume young Chris was a kid at that time, they got into it. Oh, the pure sweet Elizabeth, whatever. But, hardcore wrestling fans and those of us in the industry, obviously, Elizabeth's performances were not setting the world on fire, but she fit the gimmick. And you needed somebody that didn't take up too much oxygen, because look at Savage.
Yeah.
He's fucking over the top anyway. But no, I didn't really closely monitor the fucking chemistry the sexual tension between them, like Sybil Shepherd and fucking Bruce Willis on Moonlighting or whatever. I didn't really monitor that closely.
And I must say, at the same time, when I was watching the old WWF pay-per-views, I was watching the old NWA WCW pay-per-views, and the women there were so animated and so feisty and so sexy
and shrewish and evil and manipulative and conniving, and boy, when they finally got theirs, did the people pop. And but up there, Elizabeth was sweet and innocent.